Link to the stream. I wouldn't mind watching the picker banners.
It's not up yet, is it?
Yeah, I just done.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
See if that can bring me in.
I guess I'll have to stop saying awful things about all the people on the other teams now that we're live.
Now that the world can hear you. All right,
Yeah,
so we're
that
tuning in.
Cyber Sage guy. It's not just Scrub.
Tuning in for game 2 between ELO improvement plan and from feed to fed EIP with the 1 game lead.
What's up?
Hey man, how you doing?
Is this game 2 or game 1?
DOS.
Ah,
You are live on stream, by the way, Doug.
yeah.
Say hi to your parents.
Hey, Ma.
Say hi to all watchers.
Don't forget to say hi to your fans.
There's 8 people watching now.
To all you super troopers out there, hello.
Keep it classy.
Alright, looks like they want to do pick and bans in chat this game. Probably means they have some players who don't own all of the champions.
Sounds right.
Or they'll do them through the client.
Playtime's over.
They disgrace the art of war.
Right, so pick and ban is underway. Feed to Fed is wisely chosen to remove the Graves from the game that gave them a lot of trouble last game. Also targeting Michael Senpai with the Ari ban.
If I must.
Yep. On the flip side, we got a Pantheon ban. XX Superman XX23 is a big Pantheon player, and he's really strong in this patch.
Yeah, they're also banning the Evelyn, which seems a bit strange. I know that their other jungler who's not playing this week is a big Evelyn fan.
Interested to see if they ban the Yi here.
Poor foam.
Interesting.
They decided they didn't like the Fiora, which I don't think the Fiora was
Right.
too big of an issue for them last game. But I guess it did eventually outskill the Jarvan. And not too surprising is the Caitlyn ban from Feed to Fed. Windsor pretty much plays Caitlyn at S+, and every other AD carry is at least a tier below that.
I take the little Twitch, they're setting themselves up for a very strong team fight here.
Yeah, I feel like the Twitch has very high pick priority this patch at the AD carry position. I'm a little surprised that Fed didn't first pick it, given how effective it was on Windsor last game. But apparently they
To be
value
fair,
the J4 more.
If any pick's going to shut down a Twitch, J4 is right up there. If you're stuck in a pit with a Nivea ult on you, that's not a whole lot of fun.
Here we go.
Team.
So this means that that Vance is back in the bottom lane as support, most likely, as they We'll
I wouldn't
stick
be
Nicholas onto the
surprised.
Nunu in the jungle.
I'd expect to see a Bard pick here out of blue team. Because nothing shuts down a Twitch like a Bard. You just drop the ult on him as soon as he opens up, and it's really sad.
I cry every time.
I think they probably will ban it if they have any sort of assumption that that Vance is at support. I was talking with Zach earlier today, and he was saying, yeah, if we pick the Twitch, we need to get rid of the Bard.
Well, we'll see if that pans out. Well, they give up their ban.
Although I did convince him that if the Bard ult is easy to dodge from max range, so maybe they won't put that priority on
Let
it.
me get in there.
It's still very hard on Twitch because max range is not usually what you're fighting at. Plus, if you're spending your whole time dodging a Bard ult, then you're not hitting them for the duration.
They choose to go with Tristana instead.
Looks like maybe they're going with a no-ban strategy here. Yeah, looks like it. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's almost always a good idea to target somebody with the last two bans. So you know that there's a mid and a jungle left. You've already picked your jungler, may as well take two of the other strong junglers off the board.
We'll see. I'm a little surprised they didn't ban the Yi, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, this noob's maybe they're trying to force him onto the Yi pick. All right.
I think something must have happened that we're not aware of.
Do they finish the picks?
No, so we have something going on. Michael Senpai quit out of the game. It's potential that the no bans were actually intended to be bans. That appears to be a case. Okay, so there's a client bug. Looks like the no bans was not actually their strategy. We'll begin with the same first three picks and bans, and then they're free to go from there.
It's not clear to me whether the when they say bans, I mean all of the bans are just the first round of bans.
Correct. I would assume it's just the first round of bans. If the bug is them not being able to ban in the second round. Of course, now I do expect to see a Master Yi ban. Noob Snoopy is a one-trick Master Yi main. In solo queue, at least.
Playtime's over.
They disgrace the art of
Surprising
war.
Ari ban coming out first from the blue team.
End of the line.
Yeah, you figured after they saw the picks from last game, they may change them around a little bit.
I must.
But they're sticking with the exact same strategy we just saw a minute ago.
Who would have guessed it?
Right.
Alright, they change up their pick order a bit. Assuming this is just because Window Breaker is going to be on the Anivia in the end. Trying to confuse future teams who get the pick order. Apparently it's hard to find Renekton. Okay, so at this point they can change around the bans. I still expect to see the same Thresh ban here.
It seems reasonable to me.
I want a turn.
I don't like that Annie either. It's a very responsive set of bans here.
Yeah, they're just banning the exact same team that we saw just played against them.
So far they've banned 3 of the 5 champions, that's all last game.
Yeah, I do expect to see a Master Yi ban with this last one, though.
Doubt is the greatest
There it
enemy.
Yeah, there we
is.
go. I was very surprised I let that through.
So I wouldn't be too surprised if he picks up. Did he play Zac when he was banned last week? I think he played Evelyn, which their team banned out.
I mean, he seems to prefer hyper carries, so or carry junglers. So we'll see what he wants to go for here.
Right, Kassadin picked up in the mid lane into the Anivia. Should be a pretty rough lane
I
pre-6 for
expect
the
to see a
Kassadin.
bard here. I expect to see a bard here picked by Vayne. No, okay, that works too. It's another counter to the switch. Interesting.
Right, and on the vein of carry junglers, we have the Kazakhs locked in. This is particularly good on this patch with Duskblade buffs, as Kazakh is able to proc the passive on that every single ultimate charge.
I'm a little concerned by the fact for Red Team here. They seem to have picked a comp that is kind of mixed. There's a lot of split from the Kazakhs and the Kassadin, but Twitch, Lulu really run a team fight. So combined with not great wave clear, and they're up against like Blue Team is an amazing team fight here. So
Blue Team has an amazing team fight, but part of that's Jarvan going in, and Kassadin and Kazakhs might be able to get in the back line.
Yeah, Blue
Yeah,
Team
maybe.
has nobody who can really follow the Jarvan in.
yeah,
The rest of the team wants to peel for the Jinx and fight
Yeah.
from the front to the back.
That's
However,
it.
you are true that the red team has no wave clear, and Anivia alone is enough.
yeah, I'm really scared that they're just going to form up on a tower and Anivia's just going to like sit there and wait. Because if you're a Kazakhs and you have to jump on top of an Anivia, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, but they do have 3 people who want to go in and want to go in.
Yeah. Braum
Really
alone
deep.
though can deny Braum alone can deny Twitch entirely. We'll see. I'd like to see Jarvan really used to peel mostly here rather than engage hard. I don't think he needs to worry about the Twitch. Braum can block that. We'll see. I think Just given pick ban, I would favor blue team here.
I would agree that blue team has an easier comp to pull off, whereas ELO improvement plan will most likely have to 1-3-1. However, if they do that, they'll have to be able to wave clear with Twitch. Oh, so the reason why they didn't go the Bard is because they are sticking Vance and keeping with Vance in the jungle. I am a little bit surprised with that, especially on the Nunu pick, who's really a low mechanical skill champion and more high game knowledge. You can delegate that game knowledge and call it out to the jungler as a team.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm very interested to see if red team can pull this off. Sort of, can they spread the blue team out and pick them apart? Kha'Zix is another jungler who can really abuse the new Duskblade. So
Okay, while we load through the game, we'll get a little hyped music here.
Silver Scrape showing game 5.
By getting pings from red and blue, we may actually have stuff going down outside jungle.
who would you favor in the level 1?
I would favor Braum.
I would definitely favor Braum Jinx. It's an incredibly strong level 1.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Despite the pings, red side actually fans out across the bottom half of the map.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
They shouldn't catch Gel here.
Yeah, I expect this just to be some deep vision. And
Yep.
depends on how much he's paying attention. Sees him, drops off the ward, gives him the 10 gold.
Minions
Where
have
was the
spawned.
Braum flash Q though?
Renekton can just skill dash and get away. So this is going to be very interesting because they've left that ward on the red. Okay.
And they're sticking around. Looks like they're gonna start at the red.
Okay, so looks like it's going to be inverted jungle.
We'll see if ELO Improvement Plan realizes what's happening. They should, because they have a ward on it.
I think it's
and I expect
obvious.
them to go straight to the red buff on blue side.
So I've been doing some research on Renekton versus Jarvan recently, and currently in LCK Summer, Renekton has a 70% win rate against Jarvan. So it'll be interesting to see how this lane goes.
So from somebody who plays top lane, do you have a hypothesis of why that's the case?
I mean, in a one-on-one fight, Renekton does everything Jarvan does, but better.
And he has sustain.
That's true.
Hmm?
In laning phase, I think that's true, but I think
Yeah.
when it comes to team fights, it will shift.
Lack of mana in lane, ability to sustain. I agree that Renekton should have a better laning phase. The Jarvan ultimates feels
Jarvan
a little more impactful. Alright, so Nunu was actually able to get away with the 3 buffs.
I think partly because bot lane had a priority.
Yeah, and they weren't willing just to go and
Yeah.
immediately
Mid and bot.
to red level 2.
Even then, like mid and bot lane were both fully shoved, so.
Oh, that was a
Nunu,
I'm surprised that pulled a flash.
Something worth mentioning here is that after Van got a little bit knocked around in the jungle last game, he's gone on this very aggressive counter jungler, and so far seems to be sort of inverting that pretty well.
Point.
Oh, is this the second game of 2 this evening?
Yep.
Correct.
Went for the early dive onto Jarvan.
That
And
was
it succeeds.
cleanly executed.
Really pretty. So the response to that dive is Infernal Drake. It's tough to say.
Yeah, I
Who got the
played
better
with-
end of that deal?
Played with these guys once when they had a Nunu jungle and they liked to take the level 4 dragon.
Well, I mean, if you have a Nunu, it helps as well.
I feel like the scaling comp getting the Infernal Dragon is probably the better end of the deal for them.
That's a good point.
Your sounds right.
Yeah, the Infernal Drake is definitely a late game dragon, has minimal impact right now, but as everybody starts to get more AD and more AP, it becomes more impactful.
It's still worth a longsword in the early game. It's not bad.
We'll just have to see what Kha'Zix can do with the first blood money.
Jarvan comes in mid, but it's a little late because Kassadin's already level 6.
Oh, great traps there from Jinx.
Really good chompers.
Probably shouldn't have stayed there though.
Oh my gosh.
gets the heal out of the Twitch.
You know Kha'Zix was thinking about going in on that anyway.
I think
Here comes in to slap a few people, but can't do anything. 1v3.
If Kha'Zix had flash, that was a double kill.
Yeah, that's true.
So on the bright side for blue team, they get to push the lane in. So bit of a CS advantage on Jinx. So interesting, Renekton's rushed the Dirk here. There's that build you were theorizing about.
Curious which of the items he's going to build that into.
Yeah. It's just interesting because Mike was theorizing this might be a good Renekton build just before the game.
Oh yeah.
Do you mean lethality Renekton or?
Yeah.
I mean, even just sitting on the Dirk, the passive from that makes Renekton's trades better.
Strong.
Getting the extra 30 damage. 40 damage. Getting the extra 40 damage on all of your trades. All of your Qs after you kill a minion.
I thought it was 50.
That was a great juke from Twitch on the Brom juke.
But as expected, Nunu's returning bot with the flash being down on the Twitch. However, that should really be the last opportunity they have is back up shortly.
Oh, they could dive top here.
Yeah, Kha'Zix is responding well by countering the topside jungle.
But Jarvan's also like very aware of it, so props to him.
I don't think he knows that Kha'Zix is there. But he is doing the right thing in terms of like not being by the tower when the big wave is crashing. I wonder how this matchup is, the Anivia Kassadin matchup. I don't know much about it.
I feel like the Anivia should win in pre-6.
A long time ago, Kassadin was the counter to Anivia. That was when he had...
Kassadin's, if you've watched the trading patterns, Kassadin's shield blocks most of the damage. And as long as he can dodge the Q, just like that, he can win most of the trades.
Oh yeah, and his silence turns off for all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kassadin Q interrupts Anivia ult.
Yeah, that's strong.
And if you think about it, like someone that jumps around a bunch and can get on you is like Anivia's worst nightmare.
And has an interrupt. That said, like, it's difficult for the Kassadin to actually kill the Anivia, and she can just farm up, which is what she wants to do anyway, so...
And Kassadin lacks the wave clear.
Kassadin gets like the plays in other lanes.
Yeah, it's really a question of can the Kassadin and the Kha'Zix roam together and make enough of an impact across the map before blue team scales. Jarvan's having a rough time in this top lane now.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse for this Jarvan.
The wave's in an okay spot, but Nunu hasn't really been around to help him much.
Yeah, Nunu is not gone really on the top side of the jungle, apart from the level 1.
Yeah.
Nice ward by Kassadin just then over into the Raptor pit.
You have another Infernal Drake coming up in a little under a minute.
I'd really quite like to see the red team contest this Inferno.
Wow. Well played, blue team bot lane. That was great.
That was really pretty.
Well done.
And we'll see if they can pull off another clean dive.
The flash.
Or Jarvan flashes out and they'll be content to attempt to take a first turret.
Inferno is coming up immediately afterwards though, they might just be able to rush it.
Yeah, Renekton has teleport still to make it down there, but they should be able to finish it off before Kha'Zix can show up.
Yeah, Anivia took a nice back timing as well. Came back with items, health just in time for this Drake. Kha'Zix is still top, yeah. Jinx and Braum both out of mana here.
Yep, they
Don't
take
wanna
the
see
Infernal
this.
Drake and wisely back out.
That's an Ocean Drake, buddy.
Oh, Ocean Drake. Take the Ocean Drake and wisely back out.
Wow, that damage.
That was a big chunk.
Yeah.
So the Ocean Drake will help Jarvan out a little bit in this lane. What's left of the lane. From feed to fed, wisely chooses to rotate their bot lane up top.
It doesn't look like there's anyone to contest the rift.
I find it surprising that blue team is getting Rift Herald here, given that red team has had so much priority over top for so much of this game. I feel like Kha'Zix and Renekton should have been able to pick this up a while ago. Jarvan
Diving
trying to
under
come
the
back.
turret and Jarvan's able to get the kill.
A little bit of a misplay there on both sides, I think.
The Lulu was a little quick with her ult.
Renekton could be in trouble here.
Yeah, that was a bit aggressive from our boy.
So, interesting there. Jarvan's done a really nice job of just giving tower when his team was making plays on the other side of the map.
Well, the
Conversely,
Rift
Renekton
Scuttle,
tried to defend the 3v1 and yeah.
Rift Scuttler helps speed up the tower pushing ability. They should be able to get 2 here for only 1 turret bot.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You get 1 small health punch from the Rift Scuttler. Braum gets a little aggressive.
Cassidin's roaming up top.
Maybe he's collapsing behind.
I don't know that
It's a
Cassidin's
3v3, but
Yeah.
soon to be a 3v4. But they're able to pick off 2. Jarvan shows up. And they actually get a clean ace.
Looked like Jarvan wanted to keep fighting since he used his teleport.
Unfortunate. There's really nice sequences of rotations out of blue team, but just one overstay, and red team really punishes them for it. So with that, we've got the first sort of really major goal of this game going over to red team.
Yeah, and more importantly, Bastion got 3 kills. Has the Rod of Ages stacking and will only get bigger.
So a lot of that gold's actually in farm. If you look down the board, they're up a kill's worth of gold in both solo lanes.
Yeah, 40 CS top and 40 in the mid.
Oh wow.
Cassidin turns around the fight quite well.
Yeah. Harry Potter over there.
Oh,
the-
that was a
the
great
laner that
NWO
lived.
wall.
Good escape from the Twitch though.
Meanwhile, Renekton's free to smash this wave into top lane and take out this turret.
I mean, notice he ended up going Duskblade here, just to really double down on that solo lane priority. I'm half wondering whether Jarvan should have done the same.
Yeah, I'm not sold that the Black Cleaver is better than a Duskblade. I guess in the team fight, you're gonna reduce armor on more people, but
yeah, it synergizes with his kit because that also has armor reduction.
And a little more survivability.
I've had some really painful games against Duskblade Jarvans, so it's an option.
Kassadin going in 1v3, picking up a kill and escaping. This game is starting to get a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, it's also red team's done a really nice job of getting all of the gold where they need it. Like a lot of gold on both carries.
Okay, so we'll see if my spectator client appears to be showing another Infernal Draken, which when I look at the actual Drake is indeed an Infernal Dragon this time, unlike the Ocean before.
It's unfortunate as well. Blue team is still really in their scaling mode. Benevia has a tier and an unstacked rower. No boots. So whereas red team's really spiking right now. About to have 2 items on Twitch, 2 items on Kassadin. Double flat pen on the Renekton.
Looks like they should be able to get a pick back here. Trying to hand the kill over to the Jinx. Unable to do so, but Jarvan gets the kill instead.
We did see they just how little damage that they were doing at the moment.
Yeah, Jinx says yet to finish her IE, but she's getting pretty close.
Yeah. I think I'd like to have seen Blue Team play a little more defensively for a lot of this game.
Yeah, they've chosen a scaling comp and they're looking at all these fights and skirmishes against the Kassadin.
Kassadin, Kha'Zix, Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks like Red Team's looking to take this Baron on spawn.
Red Team likes a messy game.
So how do we think Blue Team can get back into this game?
It's gonna be tough now. It's 10k at 20 minutes. They're gonna have to defend and hope that Red Team takes a bad dive or something. Red Team doesn't have very good siege. It's gonna be very difficult for them to kill a tower if Blue Team's grouped on that tower.
Yeah, Blue Team is looking for the 45-minute.
But
they keep going in instead of going out.
no.
Which sneaks around behind them all. This game could actually be over right here.
I think that's probably game.
Yep. If they get the ace, Supers
Well played by
are
Red
at
Team.
the turrets.
Yeah.
GG's come out.
They won game 1 also, right?
Yeah. So 2-0.
This completes the 2-0 for ELO improvement plan.
Yeah, and I think they were sort of coming forward as one of the early frontrunners to take this tournament.
Yeah, this puts them into sole possession of first place. However, they have been first team to play 2 games.
Yeah, there's still one other undefeated team which will play tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
Alright, that wraps up this game. Thanks for watching.
It does.